coaches suite? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
What? The head coaches, they're getting a nice little suite.
Oh, they get... Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so where we were staying, the Global Ambassador is like probably my favorite hotel in Phoenix. It's a beautiful suite, and so she just wanted to make sure that I was as comfortable as I could be with going into an environment that, the last time I was in it, I was traded. And I had about 24 to 48 hours to pack my apartment up and get to New York. So I was just really appreciative all around of like understanding that New York is truly a safe space for me.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah.
I really appreciate this.
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
But so when it comes to Sandy as a coach, how she sort of balances, nurturing her players,
But
connecting.
getting into us too.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know about. How do you see her balancing?
I think Sandy, I tell Coach Sandy this all the time. I think if I was her teammate, we'd be really like best friends. I think she has a healthy balance of understanding what it means to play at this level and the expectations, the pressures, all of that, right? The fatigue of a season, like she understands all of that, but also understanding where from a coach that she needs to push us, she needs to get into our ass. So especially over that last road trip, like I saw Sandy getting into us a little bit, and because of her nurturing spirit as like a mama, right? A mama bear, you're able to take all of those criticisms, you're able to take all the heat of her tones when it does come, because there's such a nurturing spirit about her behind the scenes too. Whether it's her coming into the training room and checking in on each and every single one of us just as a point to like touch base before and after practices. She just does a lot of little things that a lot of coaches haven't done in my past, of just making sure that she's on the same page with all of us.
I mean, wow.
She does a really good job of balancing, for real. It's never too high, never too low. I feel like she's always very consistent.
Some of that maybe comes from her emotional intelligence. Like, do you think, because you and I have spoken about how you have a very high EQ. But do you think part of your connection with her, because she also has that too? That
Absolutely. Yeah, she cares. She cares. Even like one of my first meetings, I went into her office, it was freezing and I had my cutoff. She put like a blanket around me and shit and was like, it's cold in here, like you gotta make sure we don't get you sick. The Phoenix stuff, making sure that she checks in. If any of us need a mental day, she's big on mental days. Like, it's just really a safe space for us to be elite at basketball, but she also understands we're humans at the end of the day too. We're not just her players, we're actually like human beings behind those jerseys.
Yeah, and I know this year, when we got into training camp, she was very vulnerable with us because she just dealt with a loss of
her mom.
Yeah, and so, it's just been very interesting to sort of follow her story throughout this season.
Yeah.
Because,
I think her mom would be proud. I never got the chance to meet her mama, but I think that she would be extremely proud.
Yes, I need to talk to Olaf about what her mother was like.
Yeah, I want to know too.
Because genetics are very powerful.
They are. But clearly that nurturing care that her mama took care of her so much, it rubs off on us a lot of times in a lot of ways.
Yeah, no, lovely. Someone else asked while I get my stuff together.
How long have you been talking?
10 minutes, maybe?
That was me, 5.
Yeah, I was like maybe 10 minutes total.
I'll keep it short. We've talked a lot about like what you maybe wanted to be better at this season, you struggled, and then it's like you look at the numbers, your first and assist to turnover. The offense is like 9 points better with you on. So I'm just wondering, like, do you feel like you've had a good season? Is that a weird question?
It's not a weird question. I feel like I always break down the season by first part of the season, All-Star break, and then after All-Star break. So it's a way of me like breaking the season up and being intentional and being able to focus. I would say my first 3 games I started off well. I feel like the next 5 I kind of struggled offensively. But for me, I understand that I impact the game much more than just the offensive end. So whether it's my assist or my defense or rebounding, like there's other things that I can do until I get out of that little slump that I was in. But it seems like when I got to Phoenix and that talk and everything with Sandy, just kind of realigned me, and I'm more proud of now my first 3 and my last 3 than I am those middle 5.
And it seems like you were, at least since Phoenix, more comfortable and less hesitant, like pulling up and people go under.
Yeah.
Is that like kind of part of it?
I think just having a more aggressive mindset to start the games offensively. Understanding everyone knows I want to pass the ball, but if I start tentative, it's going to make my job to pass the ball a lot harder, as opposed to if I'm getting downhill and 2 feet in the paint and going to score, it's going to make what I want to do ultimately a lot easier.
Thanks.
I appreciate you.
By the way, I appreciate all the